Hey guys, Joey and I are celebrating our 7th wedding anniversary, and naturally we had to come back to Mexico. You guys know we got married in San Miguel. Today we're coming to you from Merida, Mexico. It's really gorgeous. It's a perfect Friday afternoon, but I had to share where we're staying with you. This is quite honestly one of the best Airbnbs we've ever been in. It's called Casa Pantera, and I cannot wait to show it to you. Let's go inside. Welcome to Casa Pantera. It means the House of Panther. Y'all, this Airbnb, let's just take it in. It is built inside a historic home in Merida. We're right near the central area. Just when you come in though, the tall ceilings, the tile, like every room has a different tile layout. The beams, I mean, Chase and Stephanie Watts with Watts Design Studio are the designers of this home, and you guys did an incredible job. Every detail is just so bespoke. I mean, the trim, the tile cove base on the floors, the large vintage gold frames, the lighting. They thought through every bit of lighting. I mean, there's sconces, there's giant bohemian string chandeliers, there's pendants, there's sconces on the walls, and turn around. I mean, I've got to turn these on for you if I can figure it out. Architectural, here we go. Look, ambient lighting up in the corners, and then one of my favorite features, it honestly feels like you're in a museum in this home. I mean, Joey and I feel like we are living with the rich right now. This Airbnb has everything, every amenity. You don't even want to go out into the city of Merida. The table that greets you with antibacterial and flowers and QR codes, and I mean, let's just keep going. There's a fireplace with candles, beautiful, stones, the details. I would call a lot of this house like wabi-sabi style. It's very effortless. There's, sage burning and handmade artisan artifacts and little tables you can move about. The sofas are comfortable. The lighting, they have, again, ambient lighting everywhere. One of the things I honestly struggle with is being content and quiet. As a business owner, as a mom, it's very hard to settle my brain. And I have found that even though it was still a challenge, this house has created space for me to be able to do that. Really having amazing books to read, having a table, look at these chairs, stunning everywhere you look. The steel doors. I love how effortlessly beautiful everything in Mexico is. Indoor, outdoor, I mean, you just can leave it all open. It's gorgeous, the shutters. These shutters have different, layers. You can open the top, open the bottom, get ventilation, get natural light. You can be a part of the busy street, or you can shut it off. Now I have to show you the kitchen. We've got a transition from beautiful mint and pattern tile to an incredible harlequin checkered timeless tile on the floor. I love the contrast of the rust and the cream. It's gorgeous. They've got a giant island, table for an island that's just very rustic. I'm honestly Joey and I are in the midst of designing our own kitchen right now, and I'm taking nods from everything I see here. You've got random beautiful trim, plates, again, more decorative lighting, which is actually quite functional at night. You've got marble shelves with these gorgeous scalloped corbels, bespoke antiques just left and right. I mean, even this little wax candle and beads, and I would call this very wabi-sabi. It's like dried florals that have just been left to be beautiful. It's gorgeous. Black countertops, giant knobs. I'm obsessed. This is so fun. I'm not sure what kind of wood this is. I'm gonna guess that it's elm. Black countertops, all unlacquered brass kitchen faucets. These are from Duval Kitchens, which if you know them and you follow them and you love kitchen design, Duval is out of England and they do some of the best kitchen designs out there. Again, shutters that I can layer and be a part of the city or not. Giant stone sink that honestly can get beat up and who cares? It's gorgeous. Again, giant knobs, appliances that are pretty handmade. Ceramics, this is something Joey and I always love, is collecting ceramics as we travel. I'm just obsessed with like a really good handmade plate. I feel like food is art, and the plate that you eat it off of should also be something handmade if that's something you care about. Antique lighting, amazing. High gloss lacquered trimmed doors, amazing. This is the powder bath. I'm gonna keep going. Giant stone sink, marble antique mirror. I mean, just like the details are everywhere. Now come to this room, don't lose me. This is the bar. Stunning black limestone plaster. Let me turn the light on higher for you. Chandelier in the middle, gorgeous neon light besame. I mean, we see lots of neon lights, so I'm like, but this is just such a gorgeous setting of like entertainment space. And then if you dare look to your right, the pool is absolutely gorgeous. We'll probably go back out here in a second, but the pool is just this, the architecture is all about indoor, outdoor, letting all the doors wide open or pulling it back in, but being one with nature, being one with the sunlight. And it's honestly created such a bespoke place to rest and rejuvenate our souls as business owners and as parents. There's an outdoor shower that you can turn on. The panthers all spout water. I mean, just insane architecture. It's super gorgeous. Nature's just kind of falling through down the walls. You've got vines. I think one of my favorite things I've learned in this home this week is the wabi-sabi kind of like this carelessness in a sense that's like perfectly curated, but it's effortless. And letting things be imperfect, letting the plants fall, letting the florals dry up. It's just stunning. Letting some of the furniture be antique and being okay with that. Now, again, don't lose me. This house is big. You have to keep coming. We're gonna go upstairs to the guest bedroom. And I'm gonna save the best for last, which is the primary bedroom. This is the upper outdoor deck that overlooks that gorgeous pool I just showed you. Look at the shape. It's very medieval in architecture. This house is, I would call it Mexican colonial. I mean, it was probably built, I don't know, Stephanie and Chase, if you're watching, let us know. I would assume it was built in this 1800s, maybe? It's a historic home, no doubt. This is the upstairs guest bedroom. It may as well be a primary bedroom suite. It's absolutely stunning. You've got lime-washed walls, a bed that is built in a lime-washed boxed frame, which means that bed's not going anywhere, but who cares? It's extremely minimalist in nature, which I love. There is no clutter. There is just this minimalist approach with stone walls. This is probably like a Mayan, limestone or travertine built ledge stone. You've got straw light fixtures it feels very Tulum. Wooden benches as nightstands, books to read, baskets to set your clutter in, luggage rack, mirror, again, an ambient light fixture, and come to my favorite part of this room, a clawfoot tub. You absolutely have to stay in here. Why would this not be the primary? You have to stick around though. The primary bedroom is not till the end of this video. This is gorgeous, you guys. Have you ever seen a more beautiful Airbnb? The floors are a cement epoxy, I guess. They feel like very clean, very earthy, nature-driven. There's ventilation of lights up at the top. Look at the coffered ceiling. The coffered ceiling layers texture inside the room. You may or may not be able to tell in the video, but it's this very, very, very pale blue, gray. And if you're laying in this bed and you look up, you can tell there's a nod to the sky with this subtle, subtle paint color that's absolutely stunning. The doors, colonial Mexican doors, trimmed out. A little bit of more is more when it comes to the trim, and I love that. But the walls are left very natural and earthy. You've got eucalyptus as a patio covering. It shades some of the light, allows some of the light in, it weathers and ages, and that's cool. It works, it's beautiful. The bathroom up here, again, all the hardware is like steel, simple, functional, durable. The bathroom tile I'm obsessed with. It is like imperfect and beautiful, and this is what I'm talking about. There's something just so like a reprieve when things around you are slightly imperfect. It makes you feel like you don't have to be perfect either. And I love that about this house. It's absolutely effortlessly curated and perfect. Again, if you're just tuning in or you didn't hear me say it in the beginning, Stephanie and Chase Watts are the designer of this house. Major kudos to y'all. I'm so impressed with your work, and you should be given credit where credit's due. We're just we're blessed to be able to stay here and enjoy this space. So we just came down from that bedroom. We're going through the bar, and now let's show you the pool, because I mean, it is literally the heart of this house. I mean, just the architecture. I've always been obsessed with a courtyard experience when it comes to architecture, especially in a residential setting. If I have guests here, I've got, an entertaining space with the kitchen and the bar and the bedroom upstairs, but this is the place where everybody can gather and be, in the zone of community and hanging out and finding peace or resting or relaxing or playing. It's just amazing. Okay, so that was the living room. I'm passing. Now, this is my very favorite room of the whole house. Are you ready to see it? Let's go. This kind of like courtyard, patio, screened in, extra, indoor. I don't even know what this room is. It's my favorite. The tile on the floor is so beautiful. There's a hammock. There's built-in sofas. This has been my favorite spot to have quiet time, to have coffee in the morning, the sunlight that comes in. The walls behind me are stone. They've got tapestried art in gold frames. You've got brass sconces. You've got a high ceiling again with texture and beams painted. You've got amazing drapery, so we can let the light dapple in, or we can close it off. We can open the doors to the pool, or we can close it off. There's a TV in here. We haven't even turned it on. Why would you need a TV in this house? But y'all, turn around. This patio connects to the primary and to the guest bedroom number 2. And if our kids were here, this is the room they would be sleeping in, but they're not here, thankfully for us. It's our anniversary trip. But these rooms, these beds are just so dreamy. It feels like a princess suite. You've got another tile floor pattern with different colors. You've got large antiques to serve as nightstands. You've got the shutters again and ambient light fixtures, and even inside the bed there's another pendant hanging above you, so you get a different experience wherever you go. What I love about this room is there's no closet. Maybe this was never meant to be a bedroom, but they've got an armoire in here for clothing for guests to stay. You've got an extra bed, you've got draperies, and again, it connects back to that patio. But last but not least, I have to show you by far the coolest bathroom besides the one I saw in Portugal. This is the coolest residential bathroom I've ever seen in my entire life, y'all. Look behind me. It is literally feels like you're in a castle. This is the sink to be shared for one. It feels like a fountain in the center of a Gran Plaza in Mexico. This is where you brush your teeth in the mornings. The shower is behind me. Let me show you the lighting that's inside that. You've got this whole experience, a tub shower combination with panthers again that flood this with water. It's limestone plaster. You've got giant ceilings. So look up. Look up. The ceilings are gorgeous. You have, again, the layers and layers of wall finishes, whatever this was prior to even being Casa Pantera. There are layers of bespoke paint that show history and that point back to heritage, and I love that they didn't cover that up. You've got, again, Harlequin checkered tile floor that has been here for who knows how long, and again, you've got armoires that are made to feel more like furniture for storage, and I love that. And I feel like oftentimes we're just so, we use closets and hallways and doors to cover things, but it can actually just be done with furniture for storage. You've got a vanity to put makeup on, a window that lets perfect natural light in on your face, brass sconces, chandeliers. Look up, and this is by far one of the coolest things, all of this vintage tapestry, ornate art, just cascading the walls from above. And so you come in here and you just look up and you're in total awe. It's almost like you're taking a bath in a museum. It feels like a museum in here. And then, without further ado, the primary, which I kind of barely made the bed for you guys, but we're just loving it. It's absolutely gorgeous. The ceilings have this amazing wood coffer. The trim detail is probably 16 inches tall, crown molding that was added, I guess. Beautiful shutter doors, tapestries, and this is so grand. And it's funny, you still have fans in here and you still have a chandelier in here. It's like they made everything happen. You've got plush antiques filling the room, marble tables, rose petals, again, back to that wabi-sabi, effortless beauty. And then velvet drapery that is just so plush. It honestly feels like you're living in a castle when you wake up. It's beautiful, it's refined, it's comfortable. Somehow they've made this place feel comfortable and sophisticated and luxurious while still being like inviting and warm and welcoming and all the things you want in an Airbnb. And then let's just end this video right here. I mean, why else would we end it anywhere else? I could just hang out in a hammock for the rest of the day. From the primary to the patio to the pool, this house is perfection, you guys. Casa Pantera, if you're gonna come to Merida, Mexico, you cannot stay anywhere else. Don't look anywhere else. This is gorgeous for a large party, for an intimate couples retreat. This is the place to come. We will definitely be back. I love how they included and just embraced the heritage of the culture here, the architecture here, while layering this sophistication and timelessness. It's absolutely stunning. Thank you guys for joining us on our video. And if you want to hear more about Merida, Joey and I are excited to share with you what we have found here is to be this charming, beautiful little city that's maybe still untapped by the touristy population, and that's a cool thing. Amazing food, some of the best we've ever had. And so stay tuned for that, because we would love to share with you more about Merida, Mexico. It is one of the largest, most safest. It's listed as the #1 safest large city in Mexico and the 5th in the world, which is incredible, and you feel that when you're here. So thank you for joining us on this tour. You know I'm passionate about Airbnbs, and this is by far one of the best we've ever stayed in. So if you have not hit the subscribe button, please do so. We would love to keep bringing you content like this, because this is worth tuning into. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you soon. For now, I'm gonna lay in this hammock.